Welcome back to You Heard It From a CFP. My name is Matthew Coyle. Today we're talking about college, and as the perfect segue, I'm at Princeton University today in New Jersey, and we're going to talk 529 plans. Stick around. Might be interesting. Okay, well, I am back in my home state of Minnesota after a quick visit out to Princeton, New Jersey. Got a chance to see Princeton University while I was out there with my son for an athletic event. Very fun. Hope you all had a very nice July 4th, and thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking about 529 plans. It's post July 4th, and as you can see, I've pretty much got the lake to myself after a busy holiday season. I hope you had a very nice holiday. So, 529 plans. Let's talk about that today. That's today's topic on You Heard It From a CFP. Why would you have one? What are the benefits of having one? And how do you open one up? Let's dive in. Okay, so what is a 529 plan? Well, putting it very simply, a 529 plan is a state-sponsored college plan. Each state has their own plan. Your state's particular administrator of the plan might be different from mine, but very simply they are tax advantaged. Whatever money you put in, you may or may not get a tax advantage on the deposit, but you do have tax-free growth and you have tax-free access if the money is taken out for college. They're actually quite easy to open. You can go directly to the website of the 529 plan in your state and open them up directly, make direct deposits, and depending on your income, you might even get a tax credit or a tax deduction as well. So 529 plans are very attractive for one primary reason, and that is taxes or the lack thereof. Taxes on a 529 plan are non-existent on the growth, so you have tax-free growth on your balances. You can invest in a number of different portfolios, moderately aggressive, very aggressive, conservative, your choice. And as the money grows, you'll be able to access the money tax-free for college, and that's what really makes 529 plans the nice option to have if you are a long-term saver for college, or if you're looking to have larger deposit limits. So let's look at some of those limits and how they might benefit you. So one thing about 529 plans that makes them really stand out are the large deposit limits that you have, which is nice because college costs are going up so rapidly. The 529 plan actually has a very special feature wrapped up in it where you can gift forward 5 years if you have relatives that want to put money into a college savings plan for your child or grandchild. You can actually elect forward 5 years of gifting and put money into a 529 plan right away, which is very unique for 529 plans. It's one of the few accounts or products in the industry you can do that. So if you have money that you'd like to get into a college savings plan right away, perhaps you have grandparents that want to give some money, or perhaps you'd like to give some money and you'd like to elect forward some gifts on your taxes, you can actually choose to elect forward, which means you basically take the gifts you would have given the next year or the following year after that, up to 5 years, put that into a 529 plan and get money going for college right away. So a 529 plan has very large deposits, and that makes them very advantageous to get money in there quickly, and that's why a lot of people choose to use them. And of course, once the money's in there, you do have tax-free growth on whatever investments, whatever balances those investments earn, and you can access those penalty-free if they're accessed for college. Now, another nice thing about college 529 plans is that they're actually quite flexible. You don't have to use them for college specifically. You can use them for college prep schools. You can use them for college costs such as room and board, books, meal plans, anything related to college, post-secondary education, anything like that. So it's a very nice account to use for that kind of thing. Very large deposit limits and very flexible on the out as well. So one thing about 529 plans that I really like, because I have a couple of kids myself, is the transfer of balances between children in the plan. So if you have one child who chooses to delay college perhaps, or maybe just skip college altogether and go start their own business or go work directly out of school or travel or what have you, you can actually transfer a balance from a 529 plan from one child to the balance of a 529 plan for another child. So the balances are very transferable. There's no tax in doing so. The earnings remain tax-free and the access remains tax-free. If you have a child that goes to trade school perhaps or a vocational school, 529 plans can be used for that as well. So everything about the 529 is a very flexible tool, very high deposit limits as I mentioned. The only downside is that if for some reason either child that has a 529 plan, no matter how many you have, if they choose to skip college altogether and you have to access that money for something else, there will be a penalty on that. But given that the tax benefits on the in and the out are so flexible, it's a very nice plan to use. I use them for my children, and I would encourage you to do the same. You can also use Roth IRAs to supplement 529 plans as a savings vehicle, which many people do. But the 529 plan, for most of my clients, I actually recommend they use it as a centerpiece for their college planning, in addition to other vehicles that we may discuss in other videos. But I would encourage you to go to your local state's 529 plan website. You can go directly there, open an account directly, and just start making deposits today. So if you have a young child, especially if you're a parent with young children, the 529 is definitely the way to go. It remains in your control. You don't have to give it directly to the child for ownership. And the nice part is they don't control it, you control it, which is very nice. So I would encourage you to go do it. If you have any questions on the subject, please let us know. We're happy to answer any questions. And again, thanks for tuning in and have a great day.